Hello, thank you for joining me in this new video. Today I have the POCO F7 with me, and I will share what I liked the most and the least about this device after testing it, in case you're thinking about purchasing it. So, as usual, let me advise you not to buy the POCO F7 before watching this video. Let's take a moment to consider its initial launch price in Mexico, which has been set at 8,599 pesos. As is typical with POCO, it is priced very competitively. If you are fortunate enough to find it at a discounted rate, it will undoubtedly be one of the best options available. However, there are still a few minor aspects that could be improved. Let me begin by sharing what I like the most about it. It comes equipped with an impressive 512 GB of storage. This is excellent news, because it means you will have ample space for all your needs and desires. Moreover, the display includes everything we could possibly want. It features a 1.5K AMOLED panel with a refresh rate of 120 Hz. To be honest, it is truly excellent. Furthermore, the manufacturer provides us with access to a 10-band graphic equalizer, unlike other devices that do not offer this option. You are asked to have headphones connected to use an equalizer, so here the audio experience comes complete and in fact also supports high-resolution codecs for Bluetooth audio as aptX Adaptive and LDAC, so it has a very good sound experience. It also has IP68 for water and dust resistance, making it water safe and offering excellent protection for this category. Interestingly, the pictures have turned out well. I say this because POCO has traditionally focused more on performance than photography. However, this generation shows significant improvement in photography. While it lacks highly versatile cameras, the photos are actually quite decent. Additionally, it offers 4 years of Android updates alongside 6 years of security patches. Honestly, we didn't anticipate this from a brand focused on keeping prices low. Typically, brands that keep prices low offer a very basic update policy. However, it appears that Xiaomi and POCO are implementing some very appealing strategies at the software level, especially regarding the number of years they will provide updates. The 6500 mAh battery can also perform quite well in activities that are not so demanding. I remind you that in my test, playing YouTube videos with the screen at 50% of brightness reached 22 hours with 42 minutes. A remarkably good figure. It also supports 90 watts charging with the charger included in the box, which with turbo mode can charge from 0 to 100 in 46 minutes, so it has both good autonomy and good charging. Additionally, it comes equipped with Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6, ensuring you have the newest versions of connectivity available. The processor is the Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, which is truly impressive and an absolute powerhouse. For gaming, for instance, you can set the graphics to very high settings, and it performs exceptionally well. It doesn't encounter obstacles. Therefore, for gamers, it certainly remains one of the most appealing brands. Interestingly enough, now, not only do they provide you with a good gaming performance, but they also offer slightly improved cameras compared to past generations. And now, let me explain what I didn't particularly like. To begin with, its distribution is not very widespread. You can purchase it in Xiaomi stores and online platforms, but it's not as easy to locate in many other physical retail outlets. This can become a significant obstacle for individuals who prefer not to shop online. Additionally, as you can observe, it lacks a headphone jack. In a device that aims to cater to gamers, this absence is always quite noticeable. Additionally, the front camera has a fixed focus that's quite close, so wide selfies may be out of focus. The front camera is where they cut the most budget, as in its price range. Selfie quality is likely the worst compared to competitors. Even though it records in 4K at 60 FPS, the video quality isn't very high. Overall, a pretty balanced device. If you've already purchased it, please let me know your thoughts. I want to remind you that my complete video review is available, where you can see every single detail about it. This was a short summary of what I liked the most and the least after testing it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to let me know. We'll catch up next time.